Oh shit.
On October 20th,
This show's
1967,
PG-13.
me and Roger were riding up the creek at Wolf Creek, and we looked past the root ball to our left,
hell?
and up stood this creature. Now, on October 20th, 1970.
Okay, well, something's horribly bad with that right now, and we're just going to skip it. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show, because that's where we're at. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
With us tonight is, of course, as broadcasted, we've got Starshine in the house, man. It's been a minute since we got to hang out and talk about Bigfoot.
I know. It's been a while, and I'm happy to be here.
No, I'm super glad that you were able to finally, get back out into the woods and stuff. I know that was one of the things that you really like to do, and then you just kind of chilled for a little bit, and now you're back out doing it with that crazy guy. What the hell's his name? Cameron. Yeah, that's right.
Yes, the Cameron Young.
Hey, look, if you want a good historian on your team, that's the guy. I mean, he's talked to all the greats. He's been to a lot of the good locations, and we'll talk about some of that tonight because I'm real curious as to some of the things you guys have gone and investigated about. So remind people how you got into Bigfoot in the first place.
Oh my goodness, how I got into Bigfoot in the first place. It started actually a little later for me. I was probably about just 20, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and I got very, very sick. So I had some bed rest time, and in that time, that's when I discovered cryptids and I discovered Bigfoot. And that kind of got me into the way of researching it. And I was just like, you know what? There is a lot to this, and it's so interesting. And that's actually where I discovered you as well.
Awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Just to insert here real quick, Miss Emma 2222 is joining us from the UK, and it's like the middle of the freaking night out there, and she just wants to shout out. So hi, Emma.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. She's watched the show for years and just can't get up in the middle of the night, and she woke up for this one. So how you doing, Emma? Glad you could join us live tonight, and it's a good show to do it with. So yeah, it's funny. You, like a lot of other people, discovered me when they were sick, really, really sick and in bed, or fighting cancer like Cameron was. He found me. That Rodney found me when he was fighting. I mean, a lot of people that have been here long term, found me when they were sick. And it's just weird.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you know what? That's something I appreciate so much about the Squatchers Lounge podcast. I have been a fan for 10 years, and this has been my community and where I've met some of my closest friends to this day. So I can't thank you enough for doing this for so long.
It's for the fans too at this point, because I don't get paid. I don't make a daggone thing out of YouTube anymore. I mean, and it's for the love of the podcast. It really is.
Yes.
And that's the long and the short of it. It's not we don't have a toxic environment. We don't have people arguing and fighting in the chats. We don't have people in the YouTube group or in the Facebook group that just are buttholes, because we just don't put up with it. It's a good positive vibe about it, and we listen to odd ideas about Bigfoot, but fundamentally, when it comes down to it, it has to be a creature of physics, because everything else on this planet is.
Oh, absolutely, and I believe that too.
I mean, we were talking about it here at the house, and I said, well, it may be true that a big, hairy, biped creature comes out of a UFO and can cloak. I don't believe the paranthropus that we're chasing here on this planet is related to that thing. I'm not looking for that thing. Whatever that predator cloaking thing is that you people are seeing and thinking that you're looking for, I ain't looking for that thing. That thing's different. It's as different as a hippo is to a pygmy hippo. They're they both exist, but you're never going to find the pygmy hippo. It's there. By the way, it is there. They found pygmy hippos in the Congo. Yeah, it's weird. Everything that was big is getting small again. I'm waiting for him to
Hmm.
miniature camels. I mean, are people? I mean, maybe the Homo florenziensis. Yeah, that's way too many enses is in there. But the Hobbit man, maybe the Hobbit man was real, is real. Maybe he just left the island and he's riding them baby hippos in the Congo.
Maybe.
This thought process brought to you by Maui. That's right. The only way to fly.
Aw.
Oh, good grief! The room is filling up today. I am starting a new streaming project on Twitch come the beginning of the year. So, yeah, the next couple of weeks I'll be releasing things. It's time to make a little bit of money doing the streaming thing, and I've been doing it a decade now. So I just can't let YouTube make any money. I just can't. After what they did to me and so many other people, they don't get to make a penny on me. That's why I could remonetize this channel. They've given me the go ahead to do that, and I just gave them the middle finger. It's like I couldn't even
totally get you there. So,
yeah.
With your new streaming, is it going to be Bigfoot as well, or is this something else?
No, this is going to delve more into my pagan side of my ancestry.
Oh,
so yeah, card readings, a little bit of pyromancy here and there. Just some. I don't know. It's something I've always done. So something's driving me to share that with the world. So we're going to give it a shot. So
yeah, I'm sure many of us are looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, it's a modern world, and people have to understand that we come from a multiplicity of backgrounds. While, yes, I have Christian in my background, I also have Druid pagans and Viking pagans in my background. So, where do you really, what do you really embrace? I mean, we talked about it here. The reason Christianity took off around the world because it was an easy way to get into heaven. It was the easiest religion that was to get into heaven. So everybody was like, hey, I like what you got to say. All I got to do is love everybody, ask for forgiveness when I screw up, and I can go into heaven. That sounds like a real easy way for me to get there. And that's why it blew off. Yeah, every other religion in the world is a little bit harder than that to get into heaven, except for the Hindus. They think they came from heaven and they're just floating back and forth. It's kind of weird. Well, I shouldn't say weird. I should say intriguing. That's probably
intriguing,
yes. Yeah, probably a better word for it. Anyhow, Bigfoot, yeah. So, you guys went out like all summer? Is that?
No, actually, we had just started our team this fall. I know it's a little late in the season, but me, myself, Cameron Young, and Josh Hildegrandt, we all started the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch team. The Alberta Rocky Mountain Sasquatch team. Not
to be mistaken with the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization, the RMSO. Please do. There's no affiliation between the two. There's actually a country border.
Yeah. So we've actually just started like our first recon as a team together, and we did that around the Banff area. We started like exploring the area, the trails, and exploring the wildlife in that area. So that was our first recon, and that's before like our big like snow and cold hit, because it's hella cold here. So we probably have to hold off until at least March.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at, going into the Lashland Volcanic National Park this year to do some squatching early in the year. And unfortunately for us, you can't get there from here. They don't even open up the road until June because of the snow. They literally takes till June for them to get the road clear up there. And I'm like, oh man, them poor Canadians, I can't imagine. I showed my son what 18 feet of snow looked like. He was like, that's not real. I'm like, oh, absolutely it is. And that's a light year. We've had 36-foot years where they try to clear it through the passes. And it's just like, you might as well blow it up with dynamite because you ain't getting through there.
Like legit. It's crazy the kind of winters we deal with.
Well, the question I would have for you guys in the wintertime, to something to think about, would be, where do they go?
Yes.
Because they're not hanging out up there in 20 feet of snow. It's just not happening. No, nothing does. Nothing really. Birds, snowshoe hares, stuff that doesn't really have to eat, might stay up there. But everything else that's looking for daily or every other day food, they're not sticking up there because they ain't enough to eat. So
no. So like there's been like many theories on this. Like and we don't exactly know, but I know in my research, down in it was a town in southern Saskatchewan actually, and you don't really think of Saskatchewan as a place for Sasquatch, but down south there's a lot of rolling hills and a lot of forest in that area. And in this town, they had been saying that Sasquatch had been migrating through it for years, and all the town just knew that.
Right.
So of course I had to get down there and I had to explore its area, especially in the fall. So knowing those kind of things, I'm kind of thinking at least some of them are migrating south.
Yeah, well, I mean, migration, it has to be a thing in snow-covered areas. Like here, they don't have to go very far. I mean, a 35-mile walk will drop you down 2,500 feet out of the snow line. So it rains, but there's food. There's lots of food, so they don't really have to go that far here in the Sierras. But I know up there, they've kind of got to like, even your lowland areas, because you're so far north, still get a bunch of snow. So, I just can't imagine. And like you talk about, there's a little town in Pennsylvania called Bedford. It's between Altoona and Johnstown, which is the flood city. And everybody up there that has a farm knows in the early spring and the late fall, you keep all your animals out of your back pastures. You keep them up towards the house because big, stupid things move through the woods in that time of the year. They never really called it Sasquatch, but it definitely wasn't a bear, and it stunk to high heaven. So none of their livestock liked it, so they all stayed close to the house. And for like a week and a half, nothing would go back there. The dogs wouldn't go back there, and then poof, everything went back to normal again. So it's like they've got to have some kind of a marker. Bigfoot's got to have some kind of a scent gland or something that they're just releasing that just tells other animals to stay out of their area for the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody says that they stink, and I think it's the males more than it would be the females. We don't really see a lot of females. Most reports that you listen to, you don't really hear them talking about female traits at all.
You think so? Because I personally feel the opposite. I feel like I've heard quite a few stories about like females with young ones, and of course then you have like the famous Patterson-Gimlin footage and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I never. Well, I mean, yes, while there are probably handfuls of them talking about them carrying around young ones on their back, carrying them underneath their arm like a monkey pouch. I've read a bunch of the accounts with that. It's just like, it just seems like road crossings always seem to be a male. When people do a drive-by and they see it, they don't really talk about it having any kind of a female trait to it. I would think that a female would stick out more than a male would. Like male traits would be, you'd have to kind of look for them versus, the way, because in most animals, there's a biological difference in the way that animals are shaped. I mean, you look at dogs, female dogs are usually smaller than the males. You look at horses, the males are bigger than the females are. You look at elephants, it's just the opposite. But I mean, there's always usually a biological difference between the two in their biology, in their shape of them. But I don't know. I mean, they have to move. You would think so. A bear will eat 10,000 calories in one day. And that's like a 400-pound bear.
Yeah.
And it's not moving around very much. Bears are creatures of habit. They kind of like wander around in big circles until the food runs out, and then they make a new circle. That's literally what bears do. You'll find 5 piles of bear poop within like feet of each other. And it's not that 5 bears went through there. That's the same bear 5 days in a row. I'm absolutely not kidding you. That same bear will have the exact same routine. That's how we hunt bears. We don't have to hunt bears. We sit around and wait for them to show up most of the time. You see a pattern, you find fresh scat. You just kind of have to sit on that scat and wait for Mr. Bear to come walking by because he's coming, because that's where he likes to scat. I mean, it's just, you'd think that eventually we'd find a migration corridor with these Bigfoot. I guess that was the long way around what I was going to ask you. I mean, you would think there would be more sightings in the wintertime or the fall, more so than winter. with them migrating the hell out of the snow. Like, you'd think you'd be like Mr. Snowman. Like, as soon as it stops snowing, he wants to go north. You'd think the first couple of flakes, Mr. Bigfoot wants to go somewhere.
Yeah, but it's true in a way that, like, once it starts getting colder, people are not out that much either to even have these sightings.
Well,
right?
that's
Whereas
very
in the
true where you are.
like,
Yeah.
everyone is out everywhere, so there's more of a chance to have these sightings.
Even
Once
in the
it's
fall
wintertime-
up there, it's
Yeah.
cold. Here
Exactly.
we're just now starting to get into our cold season. Like, I haven't even worn a jacket out but once or twice, and that's been this last week. But now it'll stay 30s now for us. Not minus 30, mind you, and that's not Celsius, that's Fahrenheit.
We've already had minus 30 here.
Well, I don't know how that whole Celsius thing works. I've never really understood that whole scale of things that don't line up. And it's not just like there's a 32-degree difference either. It's like the higher you go, the more the scale changes. And damn Canadians, man, I don't get it.
No, everyone uses Celsius. You gotta be on board.
I know. Look, you give me a thermometer, I can tell you what the Celsius is, but I don't know what it means. It's like poutine. I kind of want to eat it, but I don't really know what it is.
Oh, poutine is so good.
See, I always get these Canadians to get going on the poutine because that's just the thing to do.
That's our food. That's our food.
Look, the only reason I know about poutine is because of Trailer Park Boys. So if you're going to claim, if you're going to claim poutine, then you've got to claim Ricky. Ricky and Julian are those are your ambassadors to America. You got to think about that.
I do hear that. I mean, I know who they are. I can't say I've seen a lot of Trailer Park Boys, but I know that they are Canadians.
I got a shed right out back here that Bubbles could move right into. It's heated. It's got air conditioning. I'll put a bucket in there. I mean, I'm literally wearing a Green Bastard shirt.
Oh, nice.
Hey, let's take a moment and say hello to the people that did come out to see us tonight, because there's a bunch of people out there. We got the random Canadian. I don't know how to. I can't do a Canadian. I know what the word is. I just can't do a Canadian accent. So hey there, Cameron.
Hey, Cameron.
Hey, don't you know? Oh wait, no, that's Wisconsin. Hey, Collier's in the house. What up, big dog?
Man.
And there's our quasi man, Mr. Dean Cooper. Dean Cooper. And then we've got Shane Barber's in the house. That dude watches more SLP content than any other fan I have out there, and I love him for it, man. You
mega fan.
Exactly. He is absolutely the mega fan. We had him on the show on the last one. It was absolutely fun. Let's see here. Now this is going to be strange because there's Don Rife. Hello, Don. And we're going to move over here and find Ken the Viking. Hey, guy looks familiar. How you doing, Ken? Glad you're with us, sir. I'll have to have you on my podcast, man. We'll have to hang out via the podcast and do some Viking shit together. People won't know what to do with themselves. There's Aaron. Hello, Aaron. Yeah, I had dinner with your wife, dude. Don't worry, June will get here fast enough. The Lassen National Park, man, that's going to be a lot of fun. The volcanic park up there. It's where all the there's all kind of Bigfoot sightings come out of that place. Because of the lava tubes, they say, are a place anything can hide. But, there's UFOs and strange lights that come out of there, too. So, whatever.
Nice.
Let's see. Josh. Hey, hello there, Josh. We'll have to have you on the show one night, too.
Hey, Josh.
The three of you have to come on one night.
Definitely.
Come on one evening when the springtime when you guys start getting out some.
Definitely.
Maria. There she is. Bella. Glad you're back. And I'm doing well. There's Sean Kelly, my son. He's literally like 7 feet that way.
Hey, Sean.
I could hit him with a dirty sock, although he knows where I sleep, so that's probably not a good idea. Bigfootin' with Mike Casey. Hello, Mike Casey. Glad you are with us here tonight. And there's the Emma. Hello, Emma. I am so glad you made it here live for us tonight. She literally commented on one of my videos last week. She's like, if you could just shout out to me, I just can't stay up that late. And I'm like, well, okay. And then here she is, the next show, like a champ, showing it out. So Kevin K, 831, hello there, Idaho. You always know which beauty contestant is the prostitute because she's wearing the sash that says Idaho. I don't even remember where I heard that joke. I was like 8 years old, and I still remember it. Of course, it's a kid's joke. Hey, look, it's Tommy from Boston. Do you like apples? I got a number. How do you like them apples? Hey, there he is. What's up, Jay? Glad you're in to seeing us tonight, man. Yes, absolutely. Everybody's been busy. I've been out of the goddamn doctor's office more times than I can count. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just, just doctors, whatever. Dogman Central. Hey, man, glad you're with us tonight as well. The Nature Man. Wait, no, that guy. Hey,
that guy.
Respond, react. Wait, huh? If you and the team had an encounter with a Sasquatch, any idea how you'll respond, react? He's asking you. I know how I'm going to respond and react.
Well, the thing is, I find you mentally like prepare yourself, but your body will not act the way that you hope it will. Because like when I've had encounters where I'm being followed and stuff, haven't had a sighting, but definitely strangeness around me. You can't control it. It's like your heart beats out of your chest. You're shaking, and all of a sudden you're just like, no, I want this to happen, but your body's like, oh, this is bad.
That's right? That whole fight or flight thing.
Absolutely.
Some people just want to get out of that situation. Other people want to run into it. Unfortunately for me, I'm one of the people that like to run into that stuff. I mean, I'm going to pee myself a little bit, and then I'm going to cower down and hope it doesn't kill me. Hope it doesn't rip my arms off and beat me to death with them. That's pretty much what I'm going to. I mean, look, if it's coming at me, that's what opportunity? What the hell?
I'm like, please don't rip my face off.
I literally. All right, sorry. My mouth looked like it was bleeding, and I can't figure out why. But I think it's a red reflection, one of them stupid lights behind me, or I'm just really high. Sorry. Let's see. We don't want to miss any. Can Squanch, you showed up for us. Hello, Miss Can Squanch. Yeah, or Mr. Can Squanch. I can never remember what pronouns. Hey, Rod Dupree. He's always in the place to be. Pronouns are important. I know they are. Let's see here. Okay, I think we're getting there. Oh, what the hell? Hot girls here free. Woohoo! Can't wait. We got hot girls. Are y'all just gonna let them? Nobody's gonna boot them? Really?
They're like, this is the place to be, I guess.
Dean is there. Rod is. All my blue hammers are there, and free sex site. Come.
It's because I'm not there.
What the fuck, man? All right, well, here, let me do that. There, block the user. Sayonara, free sex here. I mean, if you're going to get me clicks and views, I'm down with it, but I'm pretty sure you're trying to steal mine, you dick, and my identity, and somebody's bank account. I mean, dumbasses. I hope put a whole bunch of talismans up on our Etsy page, by the way. This one's to overcome anger. As you see, it does work. I mean, I didn't get really angry at him. I just booted him the hell out of here. But the Crafty Pagan's Attic, I think there's a link on my Facebook page. The wife and I started an Etsy for stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't really use this show to pimp it, but why not? It's my show. Okay, I think that's everybody in here except for the Sex Site 2.0. And he's not. Wow, that's weird. I don't know why they like seek me out, but apparently they do. I get like 300 views now. It's not like I get 30,000 like I used to. Whatever. Yay, Alphabet Company. All right, so You guys went. So you guys started in the fall. You're looking forward to the spring, and now you're just making plans.
Yes.
I know that. I know that Cameron got to go hang out with Thomas Steenberg.
Yeah. Yes.
And
BC. Yeah.
you know that the Harrison Hot Springs was always something we heard about. Everybody heard about that because
and we are as a team planning to go back down there. Absolutely.
How far is that from where you guys leave from?
Let's see. It's got to be about 15-ish hours from here.
That's not horrible. If you've got a couple of drivers, that's doable. You know.
No, I've totally been farther away, and I have drove the whole way, like all through the night. Like it's a 1-day drive.
You leave at midnight. You know, you're there 3 the next afternoon with 2 drivers. You know, each one of you can get some sleep. One sleeps when you get in the car. One sleeps when you switch drivers.
That's how I do road trips. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you got a big enough vehicle to do it in, but. We just got my son a car.
Oh, nice.
A 1995 Geo Prism 4-door. Little tiny Toyota engine in this thing. It's literally the base model. It has not an option one of anything. Not even a vanity mirror on the passenger side visor. No mirror. No oh shit handle. No CD or tape player. Just radio. And it's still alive 25 years later. Probably.
Hey, that's a great car to like beat around in and learn, you know?
You don't have shit to fix. There's nothing to break. That's exactly right. So
totally.
I would get in that thing and bomb it to LA. I mean, it just cruises at 50 at 34 miles to the gallon.
Sweet.
You know, I just neat little car, but yeah, we don't get to take those up into the woods. See.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Like, I got a little car. It's not the best for going.
Right. What you need is what you need is the official car of Cascadia. You know, the Subaru Forester.
Mm-hmm.
Little wagon type thing, all-wheel drive, good in the snow. You know, you can go places in that thing. So first thing you do, put your car up for sale, trade it. You just don't want one with 90,000 miles on it, but I bet you could get a trade for one.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm just kind of attached to my little car because it has great gas mileage.
Yeah, but you can't drive it in the wintertime. What's the point of it?
Oh, so true. How I know that now.
Yeah, that we all kind of make those mistakes when we're younger. We learn. Like I got a great big whale of a car. You know, if I put a dead body in the trunk, I can drive over the mountain.
Nice.
As long as there's extra weight. Oh Jesus, she's gonna crap on the floor. Hang on just a second. Let me pardon me for a moment. Let me let the dog out before she craps on my floor. Okay, go on.
Worries. I'm here to entertain you all.
There you go. Go on.
And I'm so happy to be on air. And
I know that dance. That dance is, hey, let me out or I'm gonna crap on the floor dance. So I didn't.
Yep, that is how them doggos are.
I can hear you. There we go. We're back. She'll let herself back in. Did I lose you?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. So you guys are looking at like investigating like the Nordegg area as well, like where Captain Jackass Todd Standing likes to go.
Let's not mention Captain Jack.
Well, you guys have got like.
But Nordegg is like such a hotspot area. It's an amazing area to like do some recon in. So yeah, we'll probably be that's a prime area that we're gonna be probably researching in for sure.
How far is that from your place?
Oh, not far at all. Just a couple hours.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, that's what you want. You want a home base area where you can just bomb in the car up there in a couple of hours.
Absolutely.
Even if it's only overnight. You know, park, hike away from the car, get up on a ridge, you know, do that kind of stuff. That's not horrible to do so.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
Yeah, you guys have got name recognition issues and an association with Todd Stouchbag. Oh, sorry, Todd Standing.
Yeah. I know, it is unfortunate, but hopefully we can maybe undo what he did, you know?
Well, you know, Meldrum doesn't talk about it. And won't admit it, but he has said in public, and I'll hold him to it, that while he was out there with Todd Standing, he was able to view a forward-leaning upright biped through non-recording night vision equipment.
I did hear something about that.
Yeah, as vague as one can possibly be as a anthropology professor.
Yeah.
A locomotive expert. That was the description. Well, I may or may not. Listen here, buddy. I may have fucked a lot of fat chicks in my life, but I don't think I ever fornicated anybody. I mean, that's literally what it sounds like. It's just like, well, yeah, I may have been in the woods with a known hoaxer that I won't admit hoaxed anybody, and I could have possibly saw a forward-leaning, hairy, humanoid creature through non-recording night vision, but I don't want to risk my opinion on my career and destroy my family. I got 3 kids in college. It's just like, he was the great white hope, as they called it, and he has just turned into, hey, you got money? I like money. Todd Standing? Yeah, I work with Todd Standing for money.
Well, I find like it is like a catch-22 because like a lot of researchers and stuff like that out there, they want to live the dream. Like they want to live off of what they do, That
is the key of it. And that's what Mr. Standing's home game was to charge $5,000 a weekend. And he has gotten a few suckers to go out into the woods with him. There's some YouTube videos about going out into the woods with Todd Standing and how hilariously not $5,000 was it worth. Yeah,
but like a lot of researchers do that. Like I'm pretty sure Cliff Brackman also does those things as well.
No, I don't know that Cliff does any like. He'll go in on a expedition type of thing, but I don't think that he's like for hire. I think Bobo does, but Cliff opened up that
one of the team.
Yeah, Cliff and his wife opened up the Bigfoot museum and expedition headquarters there in Boring. Literally, the name of the town is Boring.
I know.
Again,
I know.
It's like, are you shitting me? Hey, y'all! I got a name for the town, Boring. Everybody's like, sounds good. Boring it is. Fuck it. I mean, who names their town Boring? It's got to be a name. It's got to be named after somebody like John Boring, discovered the place or whatever. But it's just like, this is the 21st century, man. We can get past Boring, can't we?
Yeah, but that would be a really cool place to visit, though.
I'd like to. I would love to get a chance to come to Canada. I don't think that they'll let me cross the border, but yeah, there's those things that whatever. What they don't know don't hurt them. I was with Batdorf in Washington, and we could see Canada from the bottom of the hill we were at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was no border fence. There wasn't shit. We could have just
walked
through the two. Yeah, we could have walked into Canada. I mean, it would have been like 800 miles for us to walk to any kind of city, but we'd have been in Canada. I'm in Canada. I'm in America. I'm in Canada. I'm in America. I mean, that's how close we were to it. But it was like an 800-foot climb, and I was really sick, so I didn't do it. Oh man. We look back and we thought that they poisoned me with clam chowder, but it was probably my liver fucking going shitty on me.
Oh no!
Yeah, because I was super hydrating because I knew we were going to be out there walking around and sweating and and it put me it put my liver into it because it took like 3 weeks for me to get over that, and you don't get over food poisoning goes away a lot faster than that.
Oh, absolutely.
A virus would be gone after that, so I look back at some of those things now and just like, damn, I could have died then. Man, I could count on 2 hands how many times I've almost died in the last 5 years, and I'm still here. There's a reason for me to be here, or I wouldn't be here anymore. They had the opportunity to take me a whole bunch of times this year and didn't. Anyhow, Nordic, that would be one place I would like to go. But it was funny because they put like apples on this tree, and then acted like nothing else but a Bigfoot could take them. because they were like 12 feet up in the air because they took like a footstool in there and stood up on that and like stuck it on, broken off branches.
Yeah,
and shit.
I don't know if that's such a good idea. Like when it comes to like baiting places, one of like the best ideas I've come across is a jar of peanut butter placed very high with the lid closed, but with a dollop of peanut butter on top so they know what's in it. And then say if you find it with the lid off, like you need something with hands to do that, right?
No, actually not at all. There are literally videos of octopus taking the lid off of a jar, climbing inside of it, and then putting the lid back on the jar.
But not in a tree.
Raccoons have hands, and they will open. Trust me, we used to leave peanut butter jars out for them in Florida. The other thing you got to watch is Fish and Game and Wildlife.
About feeding the wildlife.
Yeah,
yes.
That's
No,
not
I
even
absolutely
feeding.
agree.
It's baiting is what it is, and that's an actual crime. So, and that's what these people don't actually realize, that they're out there, putting food items out for wild animals to come and get. And the reason it's illegal is because it desensitizes those wild animals to people. And then they become a nuisance, and then we've got to kill them. So you're not doing that wild animal any favor by feeding it. If it looks like it's starving, call animal control, and they'll probably come get it and put it out of its misery. There's probably something wrong with it, but don't feed it dog food, dummy.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine whose mom fed him for 12 years. She went through generations of those raccoon and families, and then one generation bit the shit out of her. 3 of the little babies climbed up her legs and scratched her, and the mama bit her.
Oh,
And,
wow.
yeah, she made her husband go out there and kill them all with a shotgun. Just blasted the whole fucking family, man. She's like, you get rid of them damn things. They're dangerous. So they put the food out the next day while homeboy stood there with the shotgun, and each one as they came in, that was it. Talked about some mean shit.
Yes.
So I would just say, be careful when you're leaving food items in the wild. You check the Fish and Game regulations before you do that. Because
absolutely.
it's just a lot of, we left a whole ham gut hanging from a tree out there. I have literally seen a bear do a tightrope acrobat act to get to a bag of food hanging from a string on a line in the middle of I crap you not. Animals, if there is food there, they will eat the shit out of it. They will figure out how to get it. One of the things that we always did was put a trail cam up, take a bottle of water, or like a big liter of water, because you know what a liter is. If I told you a gallon, you'd have no idea what the hell that is. But that's like 2.2 liters. 2.2 liters is a gallon. But a big bottle of water, get you a glow stick, and take the glow stick and the bottle and put it out in front of the trail cam, because the curiosity of an ape does take a need to have hands to pick that up and look at it and move it. So even if you don't get the thing on video at night because it's cloaked, you'll at least get to see the bottle of shit moving around.
That's true. That's a good idea.
This, we've done some really stupid shit. Let's just put it that way. I'm guilty of the baiting. I will 150% admit to baiting. But the statutes of limits have run out. So please, Fish and Game watches this show. No, they do. They absolutely do. Due to my association with the Bigfoot killer, Justin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they absolutely scan this show all the time. It's like, it's been 20, 30 years since I've done that. So leave me the hell alone. I didn't bait animals to like kill them. I would just bait them to see them.
Yeah.
I would put up a trail cam, put a bunch of corn out in front of it to see what the hell would come eat it. I wasn't there with a shotgun to blast them, but that's still illegal because look, I put that corn there for birds. Any damn deer I see eating it, I'm going to kill them because they're eating the corn that I put out there for the birds, little bastards. So back to Bigfoot. because you know me, I'll wander all over the damn place.
Hey, that's okay.
See, you're having a good time. You were a little bit, always a little bit worried about being nervous, and you're absolutely fine.
I'm a little nervous.
Well, yeah, me too. Obviously, my anxiety is so bad. I got to take fucking pill for it. I'm sorry. I got to stop that crap. The Edge of History. There's a new national treasure coming. Look at that. Didn't you know it? So do you have any, I mean, you guys are going to go like hardcore, like, you know, stay out there at night and sleep during the day? I mean, is that the idea of it?
Oh yeah, we'll definitely be doing stuff like that. Like lots of like outback camping type stuff for sure.
Buy a big can of pepper spray. It's good for big dumb animals, no matter what species they may be.
Yeah. I mean, is that different from bear spray? Because like we always carry bear spray with us.
Bear spray is a capsaicin, and it has a real good big pressure on it, but you can get literally the saber spray in what's like a mini friggin' fire extinguisher that's meant to defend your house, and it shoots like 10 yards. Yeah, it's worth the $50 or the 72 Canadian dollars for the investment. It really is, because bear spray, you only get like 3 or 4 sprays out of it, but them big friggin' those big those fire canisters, those get the job done, because it doesn't just like hit the bear, it just coats the bear and he can't get away from it. So that gives you the opportunity to get the hell away from him. Most people just give him a little spray, and the bear will wander off for a moment, and then he just kind of gets used to it and decides he's still coming at you. And then what you gonna do? Rock. The rock.
I'm fortunate, like I've only like come across like black bears and brown bears, and they scare pretty easy. I've never had like a grizzly where I've had to use something like that on them.
Well, that's
so, but it's always good to be prepared for sure.
Yeah, I mean, see, that would be the thing, the question that I would have, because your guys are Canadian, so like farmers have guns, hunters have guns, right? Are they still allowed to hunt in Canada? I don't know. They've outlawed that.
No, we hunt. Yep.
So you guys would be allowed. See, that's probably what I would do, is I would probably buy a hunting license without the intention of hunting anything, but have the license so that you can have the gun out there in the wild.
And that's usually how I've done it in the past as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not hard to get a gun. It's just hard to have a license to get a gun. And that's the difference. And I think you'd be totally legal staying within the law if you bought a hunting license and then took a shotgun with you. I mean, shotguns go a long way. I don't think you're killing a Bigfoot with a shotgun, but you're definitely going to get it to go away from you.
Yeah, for sure. Like even if you take like bear bangers and stuff like that out there, and usually if I had done like backpacking and stuff like that when I was back before I moved here, we would always carry a shotgun with us.
Yeah, I just I don't like the idea of being completely helpless in the woods out there, because people get eaten. Just ask David Paldies and Missing 411. He thinks Bigfoot's eating them, but something's eating them.
Anyways, we don't want that.
my friend Kelly just moved from Vegas out to New Hampshire, and she's got a little bit of property out there now, and she's got game cams up, and it's like bobcats and coyotes and foxes. I mean, she's just amazed at all this predatory animal life is like all over her property. I'm like, think of all the prey that's out there. If those animals are constantly prowling your acreage out there, you've got a crap ton of food laying out there, so you don't want to get rid of them. Because some people would go out there with what a bear bang is. It's kind of the same. It's a wildlife bang. It breaks a beam and it just makes a loud, and then it scares everything for a quarter mile to get the hell away from it. And then you set those up in a couple of locations, and then they learn where your property is, and they don't want to hear that, so they don't wander over there. Hey, Ralph, goddamn shit, Ralph. I mean, just that's how that turns out after a while. Yeah, Ralph doesn't come back, but she has dogs, a puppy, and a cat, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how happy I would be with coyotes wandering through my property that close to my pets, especially my outside cat. But She's like, why would I have an inside cat? Don't they eat rats? So I'm like, well, yeah, that's like the only purpose of a cat. It's not a pet. It's not. It's a working animal is what it is. It's not a pet at all. All right, Bigfoot. So you're going to do the Nordegg thing. That's going to be your closest research area. If you run into Todd, you have to do me a favor and like bear spray the shit out of him.
Okay, gladly. Him in his like ghillie suit, right?
Oh God, you know one of the YouTube videos I saw that he took people out in the woods. He had like fake hairy arms in the car, and it was just like, what? Well, oh, those were just a gag. My sister and I were I was just for a gag. It's like, the freak are you talking about? It was bad. That's all I can tell you. Thomas Seward, I'll call him out. He's part of Monster X. He's trying to charge people $2,500, $3,000 a weekend to go stay in bubble shacks out in the middle of nowhere while him and his wife dress up in native dance routines. You know, yeah, it guaranteed Bigfoot experience. Not necessarily a sighting, but something will happen for your $3,000. Sure.
Interesting. I haven't heard this.
Sure, I can pay fucking crackhead Jimmy to stand out there in the woods and bang on a tree every 20 minutes. Okay, Jimmy, two hits this time. You know, I got 4 pounds of crack for you over here. You know, I don't even know what crack. I don't know how much crack weighs. I'm not that guy. 4 pounds just seems like a lot of crack. I don't know. That's like what? That's like 2 kilos or something. Yeah, I don't think you can do 2 kilos of crack. Well, so here we are back to the NSA. Hello, NSA guys. We mentioned crack and blowing stuff up, so of course the NSA is now recording us. But you're Canadian, so I don't know if they're allowed to. Yeah, what's the legality of cross-border gathering information on citizens?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I guess it would have to be the CIA that would have to listen to this one because yeah, they're outside the country. It's funny every time I post on Facebook, my post goes through like 19 algorithms. Like you can watch it jump from one place to another place as they check it to make sure that I'm not accidentally posting something I'm not community standard allowed to post. Oh
jeez.
It's insane. Oh, look, a whole bunch of more people showed up. World Bigfoot Radio, hello. Glad you are there. Mr. Fang, here. June, the weekend before Father's Day, we are going to the Lassen National Volcanic Park and stuff. So that's where the big camp out will be this year in June.
Nice.
And then in September, we'll be doing a Bigfoot corridor trip in September. Steelhead fishing, Bigfoot, and cooking and sleeping in the woods, pooping in a vault. Hey, look, I'll admit I like a vault. If I don't have to crap off a log, I don't want to. You're going to be doing a lot of camping in the woods. If you haven't figured out that situation, you need to get you a bucket shitter.
Oh my gosh, I have no problems crapping out in the woods.
I understand that, but it's not that. It's just you can pack it out then. You're not leaving it behind. No, people don't understand how much stink human feces actually creates to the animal life out there. You should bag it. So you put a bag on the bucket, put the seed on it, and then you're good. They're like $8. Yeah, it's like $8. So, if you people out there need a way to shit in the woods, take a bucket shitter. Amazon, just type in their bucket shitter. I guarantee you it comes right up. I saw the shitter the shitter strap the other day.
Oh my god, I saw that too.
Mike Huckabee, he'll tell you it's about the buddy system. When you grab each other this way and you hold your buddy off the edge while he takes care of business. Well, this thing gets rid of the butt, but you got to make sure you make eye contact while you're doing it too, because you don't want to accidentally scan the business. Got to look at him right in the eyeball because it ain't about that. But yeah, this thing literally like straps you around a tree and you clip that, and it had a spot for a toilet paper roll to go off of it, and the phone holder, so you could even sit there and like scroll your. Oh yeah, maybe take pictures.
So
maybe Bigfoot rolls up on you while you're taking a squat. I don't know, but that thing was absolutely fantastic. I actually looked to see if I could buy it. And it was like $49. I'm like, I can make one out of paracord in about 6 seconds.
Yeah.
It'll work. You know, and then I can make that with some carabiners and just clip it onto my belt. That way I ain't gotta, you know, I can just straight up just hang it, man. We'll be good. But a hill is required. You don't want to be doing that on flat ground. That just won't, that'll. Okay, so yeah, now that we're friggin' way overboard, there's like 8 minutes left, but I don't care. We can sit here all night and talk. I got nothing better to do. It's sad. Actually, yeah. No, I know you got some things to do. So what are you most looking forward to next year?
Oh, this year. Oh, it's just, to be honest, being back into Bigfooting is what I'm most excited for. I've been on hiatus for a few years because I've had to take care of my personal life.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to be back.
See, you were
being out in nature is my love. It's my life. And doing the research thing, it's where I belong.
You were so upbeat now. You were so full of confidence, and I'm so glad to see that. I really am.
Thanks.
I mean, yeah, I know what it's like to be sick. You know, I really do. I don't let on a lot, but you know, I know what it's like to be really sick, even these days. But you know, that's one of the things I look forward to are the trips out in the wild. Like I can't get out of here till, you know, May 20th. You know, now the passes will close, and they'll require like chains on the car, and I ain't trying to drive to Reno with chains on the car. That's
I getcha, and it's the same situation here. You know, it's just like we gotta get through this winter patch and then smooth sailing.
Yeah, I can get around town, but outside of that, it gets kind of depressing for a while.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sweetie, I am so glad you were able to join me tonight. Are you going to come back for the year, wrap up the first week of the year?
I definitely could.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe we'll get Cameron and Josh to join us that night, and maybe some other people will join us as well.
Okay.
So I want to thank everybody for being out here tonight, and you especially. I can't wait to hear what comes from you guys next year. And with that, thanks everybody for being here. Until next week, may the Squatch be with you.